Hey guys, what's up? It's coming from G&A today. So I went out for another day, range day with the Taurus TX 22, and I went out to do some accuracy testing today. Now, again, the accuracy testing that I did today is not scientific. And like I've said, I'm not a professional pistol marksman. And whenever you're testing for accuracy, there are so many different variables. It's just hard well, it's impossible really to come to a conclusion, especially from a sample size of one. I mean, you've got so many variables, from the weather that you're shooting in, to the shooter, to the ammunition that you're shooting. And there's all kinds of other variables. And within each one of those variables, there's probably a dozen different things that can affect that variable. So it's hard to just draw real serious conclusions about one accuracy test. Okay, so and I know this is going to be one flaw in the system of me doing this, but I got this mount that I can mount right here onto the front. Well, let's cut that in there, but it just slides on the rail, clamps down, and then I got this pistol scope and use that to be able to just really dial it in. And again, I know this is not a perfect system at all. This is like a long ways away from being perfect. But I'm going to show you the groups that I got with shooting from 25 yards. All right, and the way I had to do this is the wind was howling today. There's another huge variable, and it was probably blowing 30 to 35. You'll see it in the video. You'll see I'm not making it up. But where I live at, if I wait till the wind stops blowing to go shoot, I would never get to shoot. What was going on is, at the little range I was at today, the best way to hold these targets was with my little steel bullet trap. And so what I did is I would sit the trap down like this, and then I would clamp it up here at top, and that worked pretty good. But the problem is as the bullets were going into the steel bullet trap, some of them were kind of bouncing back, and it was shredded, especially over here on the left-hand side. So I'll have video of these groups being made. So all of these are 10-shot groups. There's another group, and each one of these squares is an inch. And then on this one, it basically just shredded that thing up where you can't hardly tell. So I shot 3 10-round groups on this one. And then I just shot 2 10-round groups on this one. And so this was definitely the best group of the day. And again, each one of these is an inch. So I don't know, that's going to be about 1.5 inches on this group at 25 yards with a 4-inch barrel and the wind howling. So again, these are not scientific. I'm not a professional, but these are the results that I got. Now, I also did the same thing. I took that scope base off and the pistol scope, and I put it on my Ruger Mark III 22-45, and I shot 2 groups here. This group, I don't know what happened there, and then I shot this group right here, and that's 10 shots stacked right in there, and that one little flyer kind of messed things up, but very good group out of the 22-45 there. Now, I did have my M&P 22 compact with me, and I did try to shoot groups with it, but the problem is before I did any of that, I had this silencer on here, and I was shooting some, and I tightened the silencer down a little bit too hard, and I couldn't get it off of the adapter here, and so I just couldn't get it off without I didn't have the right tools there. So I had to leave the silencer on, and the silencer definitely affected the accuracy. And I think also that's little mount there didn't tighten on this right. So the groups were way off, but I know that it was inconsistent, because whenever I was just shooting with the 3-dot sights here, I was hitting pretty regularly. So back to this best group from the Taurus. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 shots stacked right here, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's a pretty good group. Okay, I'm probably gonna do one more accuracy test, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and probably not do it at 25 yards, but probably go to 15 or 20 yards and just shoot with just the open sights on all of these and see how I can shoot with that. Because I know that's another problem with testing the accuracy on this using a scope, is it's like, and on sandbags like I was doing, it's like, well, you're not going to do that in real life, and so that's not really testing the accuracy, and I totally understand that. I know that there's a whole lot more that goes into it besides just the bullet going through the barrel. There's how you hold it and trigger press and all that kind of stuff. And just a lot of other factors that are eliminated whenever I did it the way that I was doing it. So I think with the 2245, I could probably be a little bit more accurate than I can with the TX22. And the 22 compact is going to be right in the same neighborhood, I really think. So, and I'm going to talk about this in the full review, but whenever Taurus says that this is competition ready, they did not mean that it was a bullseye competition gun. That's not what they meant by this. They meant that this was a competition ready as in running around shooting steel targets and just doing fast paced competition, not bench rest competition. Anyways, there you go. This is Becoming from GNA Today. Thanks for watching.